Hello, good evening and welcome. Once again, I'm Chris. This is Gross Models and this is Wednesday. It's midweek makings time. So I'm here at the bench, ready to build and entertain you. Tonight I am continuing my stint of doing some Lego-like Max. Is it just Max? Just Max. Zuru Max flowers. So yes, down at the bench I have the final 3 packs. I'm obviously not going to be doing them all tonight. Next week is the last one where I'm going to do one. But I'll do 3 of these flowers tonight. Katie isn't about again this week. She's on holiday at the moment. So I'll be doing all of these on my own. Now we've got... What have we got? We've got basically the rose that I've already done before as the rose. Let's go all the way down to the bench. I did the rose as a pack. And the rose came with... basically that one, but it's a little bit different. So my intention is to leave those 2 and probably that one. Might as well leave that one as it's in that pack for Katie to have a look at next week. So today I shall do that one and leave the rose in the packet for Katie to have a look at, and I shall do the other box which has got the other 2 in it. So that's the plan. I shall get this open and we'll have a look and see exactly what we've got in there and see how long it's going to take and go from there. But I'm expecting to do the 3. It should be about an hour and a half. That seems to be pretty normal. Audio and video good, says Gemma. Chris, where have you put my kappa? I didn't make a kappa. I completely forgot. I didn't hear you ask, to be honest. But also, I didn't make one yet. I shall make one. I'll have a break halfway through the build and come down and make you one. Because where I'm doing these longer streams anyway, I'll have a quick break. So I shall do the first one of these. Then I'll come down and make tea. And then I'll come back and do the other 2. Does that sound like a plan? Let's have a look. We've got Mark in as well. Mark's in nice and early tonight. Stephanie's here as well. And that seems to be everybody. So the rose is being kept. So that's the rose. I think it's probably just that one that's the rose by the looks of it. Yes, this is the other 2 packs. So I shall put that to one side. We'll do those 2. And then we'll see about doing the other couple of flowers. So, how is everybody on this evening? It's been a wet one here. It's been bright sunshine and then tipping down with rain and then bright sunshine again. It's been very strange weathery day today. So how's it been in your part of the world? The Bobbins is here as well. I'm fine. I can wait till you finish. Not a problem. I'll come down and say I'll do this one, and then I'll have a break anyway. So I'll come down and do your tea in the break. Let's see. I need 8 of those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those, and 8 of those as well. 2, 4, 6, 8. So they are going together thusly. Yes, so how are you all? Gemma's obviously in danger of dying of thirst, so we won't ask her. But how's everybody else? Shame on you, Gemma. Must have a cup of tea for the stream. Yeah, well, it's the trouble. Katie's away this week. And Katie's been taking care of tea duties for a little while now. So I've sort of drifted out of the habit. I normally make a tea or 2 before I go out in the morning, but that's different to being at home. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That's the longer ones as well. This is obviously the stalk, much the same as ever. I don't know which order they're going to get to put these together in. We've got 8 and 5. It doesn't really measure up very well. So we've got one either side of that one. That doesn't give us all of them though, does it? Let's do that 4 times, it says, because then we run out of the little ones. That's that. Then they can go together. There we go. Then on the top of that, we need that one. Then we need that with that in the top of it twice. And we need one of those. Is only that colour I've got. Into there. That into there. And that onto there. Okay, so that's the thing. I shall put that aside for now. Then we'll continue on with the build with 3 of those. 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. Weather's been a bit on and off here too, says Stefan. Home care was here early, so no interruptions from them tonight. That's always nice. 2 of those and 1 at a funny angle. Though, should be the darker one. And that is that. So we've got that one with the 3 on it, which has got that going in the side. Then that. Then those. And that has got those both coming out the same side as well. Right, 2 more of those. 1 more of those. And the 2 in the lighter colour. Well, they're obviously going to go between the 2 of those. Like that. And they're going to go into the sides of that. Cool. And that's going to go into our top of that. Like that. Ready? It's coming off. Right, what? That one's on at a different angle. So let's rotate that one round. Then that one is back at that angle, I think. Can't really tell. But we'll figure it out when we get to the actual flowery bit. Right, 5 of those. 2, 3, 4. We've got different colours. 5 of those. 5 of those. 5. 5 of those. And 5 of those. Once again, I do not know what this flower is. Something flowery, but I've got no idea as to the flavour of it. I should know, that sort of thing's fairly normal looking flower, isn't it? But I don't know what it is. If anybody does know, leave it in chat. So my plan going forwards is to have done this one tonight, to leave 3 flowers unbuilt for next Wednesday, when, as I say, hopefully Katie will join me, and I'm hoping I can convince her to do 2 of them for me. Mark has earned himself the #1 spot by super chatting again. Thank you very much, Mark. It's not required, but it is very much appreciated. It won't last long, he says. It probably will, unless somebody else jumps in with the pay to win bandwagon. Right. Then they get on these. Right, okay. So we need 4 of these to go into there. 2, 3. Are these like snowdrops? That might be the word that I'm thinking of. How's that going to work on this one? We've got going in from the bottom of that. Is it going in that side? That's that side. Might work in both sides. It will work in both sides. So I don't actually know now what I'm doing. I think I've got that one there, but it looks like there's one below in the top bit of that. So I'm going to take that back off there. That in there. And that's at a different angle to that. So one of these is going to come out of there. I think. That looks like that bit. Then that comes out of there, although that's got that going the other way. So that's actually coming out of that side, I think. They really don't make this very clear. So that looks like that. In which case that looks a bit like that. That one with the one coming out of it, then the one above got one, then that one coming out, and that one needs to come out of the front of that. And then it's the colour change right at the very top. So that should be about there, I think. Okay, then we've got a claw and one of the whip things. The claw is going on to the whip thing. And that's going on to our last flower that I've made up. Like that. And that one is going to the other side of that, I think. Yeah. Okay. Then make up a slightly different one. We need one of them, one of them, one of them, one of them, and one of those. Probably that one again. So that's going on the back of that. Then that. And then it's 4 of those. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I spent all my money on a bag of sweets today. It's a big bag. What flavoured sweets did you get? Sweets are always the correct choice. So what did you what have you purchased? What sweets have you got? We're going to make up a slightly different one now. I need 8 of those. 4, 5, 8. 2 of those. 2 of those. Oh, I'm making 2 of them. 2 of them. Okay, so we've got that with the thing underneath it. And 4 of them. We have finished some television viewing. A little while ago, we've watched season 2 of The Last of Us. A surprisingly short season and a surprisingly ending to it as well. It didn't end quite where I expected it to. Now the wait for the next season begins. I haven't actually played The Last of Us 2. So the story was a bit of a shocker to me. But there we go. Stefan says, having a big bag of sweets beats having a crown every day of the week. I tend to agree as well, yes. Right, let's see what I've got. 2 of those. So there's one going in the other side of that, by the looks of it. And one at the top. Okay, then we get to make a yellow one. We've got one of them, one of them, one of them, one of them. That's probably about it. What do we think? It looks about it, unless it's not that. It's that, but that. There we go. Okay, so that's going on there. Then that, then that. Really? That is. Okay, there you go. And that's going to the top there. Right, then we've got one of them, probably the lighter one of them. And at the end of the ball. And that's going in there. And that's going out of the top. Yeah, it looks like it's coming out the top. Okay. Then we need the green one of them and the flower leaf thing. That's going in the end there. Now I'm going to have to add this in. That way. And that goes in there. That doesn't go in there. Wait, did I put that the wrong way around? No, that is that way around. Oh, and that goes in there. Okay, that's the thing. Not really sure which way around that's going, so I'll have it going down, because up looks a bit strange. Here we go. Right, so then I need that, and that. No, that, and that. Right, so that's going on to there with that one. Okay. Oh, and that's just going in the top bit, up here somewhere. In the back of there. Just a little bud. Okay, and that's going into the other side of that, I think. No, not there. Must be there. Yeah. And there we have it. 2 bits left over. And another flower. Completely, that one's not bad. I quite like that one. That's quite good. Woolworths Pick and Mix was must as a child. Yeah, Woolworths Pick and Mix was definitely the shop of choice for those. Remember buying a 10p mixed bag of sweets as a child. It's Pick and Mix. I got basically everything. Yeah, that's the way to go. I did, while I was shopping today, pick up some Jaffa cakes, as is becoming tradition. And I got the other flavour, the yuzu lemon, which is some sort of Japanese lemony something. So let's try one of those, and then I shall have my quick break while I prep the next one and go and make a cup of tea. But let's try a lemon one first. It's definitely lemony, not strongly lemon, but definitely a bit lemon. Yeah, there's definitely more of a yellow tinge than an orange. They're not proper Jaffa cakes, says Gemma. That's fairly normal. There's a stronger lemon aftertaste than you get orange with Jaffa cake. But that's probably the closest thing in flavour to a Jaffa cake, because it's still that citrus thingy to it. So, yeah, maybe. That's not too bad. I shall keep my flour at the moment, in my latest 3D print. Well, I say my latest. I got a new 3D printer, and I did a test print on it to see how it would work, and I printed that. It's like a pen holder type thing, but if you look carefully, you'll see. Well, you'll see inside it. It's got pi, and the whole thing is actually pi. 3.141592653589793, and it just goes on all the way down and round. I know the first bit's right, but I don't know it through more than like 10 or 12 decimal places. But it's all the way down, and that was all just printed straight off. There's a little bit of stringing in it, but not too much. So that will sit in there, and it will fall over because it's just too long. Shorten it down, but not too much. There we go. Now I'm making it a little bit longer than that. There we go. No, a little bit too long. It's going to fall over again. Well, that'll do for now. There's something heavy in the other side. It'll just about balance it. So, yeah, I shall be right back. I shall just make a cup of tea and come back, and we'll start on the other ball of things. Flour looks good. I've not seen lemon jaffa cakes yet. Right. That'll do for now. I shall see you in a couple of minutes. Hello, I have returned. Gemma is all hydrated, so we're all good to go. Don't forget to water your flowers, Mark. That's the glory of these. You don't have to do any maintenance with them at all. Even I can't kill one of these off. So, yes, we finished The Last of Us now. So we shall be returning to what we were watching previously, which is Star Wars. Gemma has never really watched any Star Wars, so I've been catching her up. I sucked her in with the actually Skeleton Crew was the first thing we watched. Then The Mandalorian got her involved again. LFC1. Can't see any writing on these, but there you go. LFC1. So those two can go aside for now. They're a single bag, so like this one. Shortbread. Now you're talking shortbread and a cuppa. All is good, says Gemma. Yeah, there we go. Right. One bag won't take very long at all with this. This is that some sort of, not butterfly type flower or something? I can't, not bird of paradise or something, or is that a drink? I don't know. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9 of those. Also need 9 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So how are you all? We, as I say, I'm watching through Star Wars. We've made through a lot of the series, and then because she seemed to be quite enjoying it, we've actually watched the first couple of films. We've seen Attack of the Clones, and then I put on the Clone Wars, the original. Well, we did start with the, I say more modern, it's still very old, the more modern version, the sort of CG variation. But then I've gone back to the original proper 2D animation style, and we've been watching through a lot of that. Now they're on the Disney Channel, they're all available as like a couple of feature length films, so we've been watching just a couple of those. You know, just as and when, fitting in a few sort of episodes to catch up on what's going on in the world of the Clone Wars. So when we finish that, we will go back to watch Revenge of the Sith. We've done a lot of the series. I think we've done all of the series actually now, apart from the Clone Wars ones. Oh, we haven't done Rebels. We'll get to Rebels at some point. So yeah, Disney has got a, you know, watching timeline order option, which is quite useful. Right, so how do I make these up? I need 2 of them as well. So that's got to go in there, with that coming out the top. It's pretty easy. You can manage that. Right, and then we need one of them. A long purple rod, and that's coming out the top of that. And that's going in there. And that's going onto there with that coming out this side. And then with that coming out that side. And then that. So let's do that and keep that to one side for convenience of building. All right, we get one of those, and one of those. Interesting. All right, they're all going onto there. That and that. And then that. Would Star Trek have built to you, Gemma, says Mark. I don't know. And again, it's all, what order would you watch it in? Because the the published order is obviously very different to the timeline order, although timeline order on Star Trek is even trickier to keep track of than Star Wars because it's got time travel and stuff all over the place. How would you watch it? I really don't know how I would go about suggesting anybody watch it. That's just, yeah, I don't know. What how would you watch Star Trek? What would you start with? What would be your first? Anybody that's watched Star Trek, how would you go about introducing somebody to the world of Star Trek or the worlds of Star Trek, and in which order? What would be the first thing? Because I really don't know. I wouldn't want to put anybody through the original series first, in the same way that I wouldn't make somebody watch A New Hope first, if you know what I mean. Because as good as they are, you do need a certain basis, a certain founding before you get to that. So, yeah. Make up some little flowery things like that. Start with the movies, says Mark. Yeah, well, but the first one? I mean, the first movie, the motion picture, is it really the best one? Is it the best one to start off with? I don't know. You've got me now. I'm torn. I really don't know. I'm a bit confused as to what you would do. Start with Wrath of Khan, says the Bobbins, and just do the movies. TV shows are all over the place in terms of quality. Yeah, but I mean, things like DS9 are pretty good all the way through. But I don't know that you'd watch them to begin with. You need a bit of grounding first. So maybe the movies. That's not going on there now. What's that not going on there anymore? This one's a little bit trickier. A little bit more complex. I think I've not got it lined up quite right either, which doesn't help. I think I need to get that lined up straight before I can do anything else with these. Yeah, I mean, Wrath of Khan, it's been a long time since I've watched any of the movies, anything like that. So, I don't know. Certainly some of the 6 of each. Right, wait a minute. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5, 4, 5 of each. One of them and one of them. That is all of them. That's okay then. 3 of those. 3 of those. It's going to be everything, isn't it? 3 of those. Look over there. 3 of those. And 3 of those. So we're just left with all of that, really. A couple of leaves and stem things to make up. Right. Right, quick drink, another Jaffa cake, and then I'll get into this build of that. Yeah, I don't know about yuzu. I don't know what yuzu lemon is. It's pretty much just lemon as far as I can tell. Right. Okay. It's a bit confusing, but I think I got it. Yep. Right, then on this plate, we've got that across the middle. And these either side. Okay, no, that makes sense to me. Okay, let's make them up. Yeah. So would you not recommend the series at all? Or get through the films first? Because you need some background for some of the films. Especially like let's go on there like that. When you get into generations and you need to know a bit about the next gen crew before you can do anything with them. You can't just start off not knowing anything about them. You have to be a little bit invested. Before you get into that, don't you? That's quite nice. I don't know what it is, but it's quite nice. So this is going to go. Now they're going either side of the top bit. And they're coming out of our self-made bits. And that's going back where it came from. So there we go. That is, again, quite nice. I like that. I don't know what it is, but it's quite nice. There we go. And the next one in here is another lavendery type one. Lots of little bits. So let's prepare. Need some background to understand more recent movies. When you say more recent movies, or watch all of Stargate SG-1, then Atlantis, then Universe. Consistent quality throughout. Yeah, Universe was disappointing in that there wasn't enough of it. And Atlantis, you'd have to watch in sequence with SG-1 because they sort of overlap a little bit, don't they? Yeah, there's definitely some McKay crossover in SG-1. So you'd have to start watching it, and then when SG-1 branches off into Atlantis, you'd have to watch an episode a week. One and one. Which would be nice if you could program your streaming service to do things like that. Right, I need 11 of those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And thusly, 11 of those. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, yeah. You say more recent movies, but yeah, it's... What do you classify as a recent movie? I mean, Generations was probably 25 years ago? Must be 2000-ish, mustn't it? So yeah, it does get tricky rewatching old things. I say rewatching, it'd be rewatching for me. I haven't finished Discovery yet, talking about Star Trek. Right, this is big one with 3 little ones under it. Big one with 3 little ones under it. And then that one's got 1 under it. Then it goes into that one. And it's got 2 on top. And we've got 2 others that we're not doing anything with as yet. I need 1 more of them. Then the big cross thing. And a tube. Not that tube. That one. So that's going to go in there with that in it. Okay, then that one. And one of them. And those 2. Right, well, I'm going to keep that to one side there. And continue on from this, because I reckon that's going to be the next bit. It's a puzzle if you don't know anything about Star Trek, getting someone interested. Yeah, I mean, again, Gemma's in chat now, she can talk for herself, but she didn't know Star Wars. She'd seen some Star Wars, because it's, yeah, well, you can't really escape it. 8 of these, so there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 of the little ones. Oh, there you go. 6, 7 and 8. Yeah, I don't know how much, if any, Trek Gemma has ever seen. But yeah, some of it you do need to know about before you watch it, if you know what I mean. Being chucked in at the deep end with all the terminology and everything is a bit daunting. Okay, well, that goes on there. Those I shall keep to one side. 15 of the other things to make up. Right, we're about 15 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, and 15 of those as well. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. So let's make these up. Yeah, it's strange. Some things are just so part of the psyche that it's hard to imagine somebody not having watched them. But, you know, different childhoods, different upbringings, different things on telly when you're growing up. It's quite interesting. And it has been fun introducing Gemma to Star Wars. I don't want to say in her later years, but you know what I mean. It's always nice to get people more intrigued and more interested into things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 of those as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so how do I make these up? That goes onto there. That's obvious. Then the yellow bit on there, and the white bit in the middle of that. Cool. You could try Farscape, although season 1 is very hard work. Ooh. The other problem, of course, is when people appear in other things. So the fact that you can watch Farscape, and you pretty much have to have watched Farscape to catch a few bits in some of the later SG-1s that's got Ben Bowder in it. But yeah, Farscape, yeah, Gemma might enjoy Farscape. That's an interesting sort of left-wing choice. It's a bit niche. I wouldn't say the season 1's hard work. I think some of the later seasons were harder work, and the Peacekeeper Wars was a bit tricky to watch because it's all sort of timelines and other things. Gemma says Star Wars is okay. Yeah, Farscape might be an idea. I don't know if they're on any of the streaming services, but I've certainly got the DVDs sitting on the shelf. So it's slightly more tricky to watch from DVD. I know it's even trickier when it was on, you know, tape, and you had to rewind things. But streaming really has spoiled me. Just on demand, everything. I can't get that on there now. Have I pushed those in too far? Or maybe I have. I didn't think pushing them in too far was a thing, but apparently it might be. Yep, it is. Yeah, Farscape is an interesting option. I'm intrigued by that now. I'm intrigued to think what she'd think of it. Hmm, that's interesting. I don't know. The first episode of Farscape is easy enough viewing, isn't it? It's not difficult. It's it's got enough action in it, and it certainly introduces people properly. Yeah, I don't think, Gemma, you've never seen any Farscape, have you? You probably don't even know the word. I don't think I've ever subjected you to any Farscape. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 8 are the big boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. They're just going to go on there as well, aren't they? Yes. We've seen a couple of Farscape. Have you? Right, okay. I wasn't aware. I do like Moya. Moya's an interesting character in Farscape. If character is the right word. I think it must be the right word. Making them, then not actually using them. Interesting. Right, so we've got our couple of yellowy ones next to each other. Then one of those. And then one of the white ones. And that's my next post up to build. And that fills up our post anyway, so the other's just going to go together on their own. Alright, one of them and one of those. So that's just coming off directly. I like the variation of these. They're quite cool. So they're coming off there. And then one more of them coming off that side. And that is just going on to the next one. Yeah. Okay. Right. Two of them. One of them. Two of them and one of them. Let's bring everything in a little bit. Right, what am I doing with these? Putting a yellow in there and the white in there. Making two of them. Okay, that's easy. That I can do. Where did you buy the flowers? I quite fancy getting some, says the Bobbins. These came from Tesco. In the toy aisle of Tesco's. They've got a big cardboard display box which has got like a little round hole cut in the middle of it, or cut in the corner of it, which the big balls just fit out of. So you have to reach in and pull one out and then think, I didn't want that one. Put it back and go and get another one. But quite conveniently, these do obviously have what's inside printed on the outside. It's not a blind box. There we go, that's that. Putting that on there. Wait, what? on there. And wait, that's going on the hole because it's got a curve. That's cool, right? It's bending away from that bit, which it would have to. Yes, there are, as you may have noticed, several variations of these. This is the Flowers collection. The first one I did was the Retro collection, which has got the arcade machine and the computer and whatever in it. Then the snacks had the pizza and the donut and that sort of thing in it. The Rose collection is just a single rose. So it's not really a collection, it's just one. But lots of these left. Oh, I've still got them. Right, so now one of those has got that in one side and all of these are on the other side. Yes, so there is also a garden collection, which I've only seen a couple of and haven't bothered picking any up. And they are, again, flowers, but they seem to be in tubs, in little pots, on a little shelf thing. A little bit strange. But yeah, I think there's 6 in the collection, or 5 in the collection of that as well. It seems to be 5 in most of these series. Yeah, I thought that was going to happen. I'll put that back together again in a minute. Right, this has got 4 more of these going around the outside there. Dorcosaurus has made it in. Way. Gemma says, we need to stick with one program, as otherwise I'll get plots muddled up. Let's stick with Star Wars for now. Yes, we are. We'll stick with Star Wars, but there's not that much more Star Wars to go, because we've done a lot of the series already. So this has got 4 of those around the outside and the big blobby one on the top. And then that probably, no, we've got the leaf to do, just the leaf to clip on, one bit of that, and then we're done. So a couple of spares from that. And that one on there, like so. Then we've got this on there, and the leaf coming up like that. Going up, yes, not down, isn't it? No, the leaf goes down like that. So again, I quite like that one. I thought that one was going to be a little bit more repetitive and boring, but it hasn't been. So there we go, 3 different flowers. I shall take those down to Gemma in a little while, and she can find somewhere for them to live. At some point, I'll tidy up all my extra bits instead of just pushing them down the edge there. So there we go, 3 more completed, and that's only been an hour to do the 3. I'm obviously getting very good at these. I'm getting far too good at building Lego to do it so quickly. So before we finish, I shall tell you all what the plan is. So next week, I've got the last 3 of those to do. Whether Katie does 1 or 2 or none, we'll get those done. And then the week after, I have a new project to undertake. I have been sent by Rocker another thing to do, and I'm building this. It's a cuckoo clock. It's quite heavy. It's quite good. It's another wooden kit. Although there are mechanical and electronic parts inside it, it is a functioning clock with a functioning cuckoo. and it is in fact made out of mainly wood. Let's go back down the bench, you can see it properly. It's Alice in Wonderland themed, so Jeff will like it. It's got the rabbit being late and stuff, and it says Wonderland across it as well. So yeah, that's going to be quite an interesting build. There is a video which I have made but not made public as yet, just a short of introducing it, which Rocker wanted. So when that's live, you'll be able to see that on the channel. And in a couple of weeks' time, on Wednesday, I'm going to start doing that. So that's going to keep me busy for 3-4 weeks, I should think. So we're going from that. It looks like a cool clock, says Mark. Very nice bouquet. Is that how you spell it? I think so, yes. Bouquet. It looks right. I don't know. I don't have room. You can put them in the front room, says Gemma. Oh, well, we'll find somewhere for them, yeah. So, yes, that's the plan going forward. Where are we? Today is Wednesday, so a couple of nights not streaming. Saturday, hopefully the guys are around. Katie isn't around this week. She's off out. So we'll be doing some power washing, I think we decided, didn't we? Yes, I'm pretty sure I decided power washing was the way to go. So we'll be doing some power washing on Saturday. I don't know exactly what, but join us on Saturday for that. Sunday, Katie is returning and back for some more planet crafting. And there we go. So, and then Tuesday next week, we're back. I'm back doing some more Horizon. And then Wednesday, as I say, we're back to finish off the flowers. So for now, that will do us all. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a slightly shorter than planned stream because I just got on with it and did it. But there we go. I shall see you during the week. Have a pleasant one. Stay safe and see you soon. Bye-bye for now.